Welcome back to another episode of Mini Metal Fab, everyone. Today we are working on our dirt bike, getting them ready for the track season, because the track opens on the 29th, and we're going to be hitting it.
It's springtime, so we're getting all our bikes nice and mint.
Yep.
We got track day coming up soon.
Got a little maintenance to do, so we're getting them cleaned up, so we can take them back to the house and do the maintenance we gotta do when we get them ready. Russell's washing his bike. I got mine pretty clean. I just gotta rinse it. So we'll film a little montage of some washing clips. Woo!
Well, yep, that's all we could get out of it.
It's alright.
Good enough.
Yep, it'll air dry. Well, it's all back, and look how clean and nice this thing looks. Still drying a little bit, but dry enough for us to work on it. So, we have a couple things we gotta do to this thing. Russell?
And starting with the grips, replacing those with these nice Italian ones.
Yeah. Same ones I have on my bike. They're just really comfortable.
New air filter, have to oil that up.
Very much needed.
And then I'm gonna attempt to remount the back tires.
Yeah.
When I bought the new tire for it, I just kind of slapped it on and beaded it, but it never beaded true.
Yeah, it never seated all the way. It's like, it's kind of hard to explain. Like, 3/4 of the tire
Is all the way out.
will seat all the way, but then a littlest bit
It's still
won't.
stuck down there.
It'll stay in farther. So like, if you look here, like you see how much of this line is sticking out here, then look how much sticks out down here.
And when you're at any high speed, you really just bounce up and down.
Yeah. So we're gonna take the tire back off, undo the bead lock, air out the tube, and unseat both sides of the bead, re-lube everything,
Because we know what we're doing now,
and try to reseat the bead.
I think.
Yeah, we've done quite a few of these, and like mine is seated perfect on my dirt bike. And I got that seated perfect on the 500, so...
This was a rush job.
Yeah, and this wasn't done here. This was done at a cabin in the woods.
And we kind of called it good since then.
Yeah, so we're gonna try to fix it. So to do the grips, we have a couple things we gotta do. We gotta pull the guards off, cut the safety wire, air blow the grips off, slide new on, re-safety wire, reinstall handguards.
We do all the stuff we can before we have to put it on a stand.
Yeah.
And car wash cleaned off most of the dirt off the chain. Just
Yeah.
have to re-lube it.
Gotta lube the chain up again. Yeah. But nice and clean now. It was full of dirt before. We haven't cleaned this thing since track day last time in the fall. So it's been dirty for a while.
I just love how nice the aluminum shines right after the car wash.
Yeah, it comes out good. Swing arm graphics and everything. Looks nice. Swing arm cleans up real good. The forks look good. He's lucky he didn't have to rebuild his. I did.
They could be a little stiffer.
Yeah, we could change the fluid in these things. I gotta do something about my rear shock. I want to try changing the fluid in that. So we're gonna do that in this video, hopefully, if I can figure out how. And I'm also going to be installing a new air filter on my bike as well. And then my bike will be ready for the track. Pulling the handguards out. I just put wax on my bike. Made it really shiny. Looks incredible. I'm so hyped to ride the track, dude. I love sending the dirt bikes to the track. It's just so much fun.
It's a nice track in general.
It is. It's perfect size for these things. I just can't wait to get better at riding. I want to clear every jump there, not just one of the jumps there.
There's always room for improvement.
Yes. But Russell's making progress. He got one handguard off.
And
Working on the second.
the other side was in much rougher condition than this side.
I'm going to cut out the safety wire and get the air hose over here so we can take this grip off a while.
So this is what it's supposed to look like. Unbent, unmarred.
And our other side, oh, where'd it go, is the complete opposite.
Did we bust a safety wire off this grip, or did we not put one in the middle of this one?
I think this grip was already used or like tearing, so we couldn't put one there. So that's what that was. New day back working on it. Hand guards are back on. Decided to remove the tacky, crappy, fake carbon. Have everything nice and tight. Adjusted our levers a little bit. They got out of place out of a few looping incidents. Unfortunately, had to trim the end of the grip, but that's just because it was pretty wide. I even moved this back some, but now it moves. It was sticking before. Now I am gonna safety wire it, and then after that I'm gonna roll it in the garage and attempt to mount the back wheel a little bit better.
We both have new air filters for our bikes. I got this in mine for my KTM. This one's for the Kawasaki here. We have to oil them though. So we have some K&N air filter oil here. And we're gonna oil these up. And then you gotta let them sit and then we can install them. So I'm gonna show you how we oil up our filters. Get your filter, give it a good shake, your oil, you know, kind of like spray paint. About 8 inches away, I'd say, 6 to 8 inches away. You just wanna kind of paint it all the way red. Just like this, all the way around. Give it a nice even coat. This is what keeps your filter able to filter out water and fine dust and dirt and sand, stuff like that. So it's important to do this, because if you don't, your bike's gonna suck in a lot of contamination. And you just let it sit like that for around 20 minutes, let it soak in, and then you can put it on the bike. You wanna get every bit nice and good. You don't wanna miss anything. Beautiful, just like that. Since the KTM is a race bike, they make it super easy to remove your air filter and change it. You don't even need any tools. You grab it here, you pop it, and you just slide it forward, and your whole panel's off. There's your air filter. And that is why I am replacing mine. Look at how terrible that is. Since the air inside the airbox is a little bit dirty and dusty in there, I'm gonna hit it with some soapy water and a spray bottle and some rags just to clean it up before I install my new filter. And then I'll be able to install it. I got it on the cage, so it's ready to be installed. Obviously, you can't start it yet for another like 10 minutes, but it's ready. Russell has to install his on his cage now and pull out his old one.
Doing that, and then gotta remount the wheel yet.
Yeah, that's not gonna be fun. But hopefully it goes this time. Now that we have the right supplies and the right materials, we actually have an air compressor.
Also, safety wire hurts.
Yeah, gotta be careful of that. He safety wired all his grips. You just gotta finish this last one off. It stabbed him a little bit.
I was trying to move it in because it got chilly out there, but just up and grabbed it, forgetting to tuck that into the grip.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do that, do the other side, and then move on to the wheel.
And the air filter.
Yeah, I'll do that before the wheel.
It's easier.
Have to put the bike up.
Oh yeah, on the stand. Yeah, we do. And our stand's being used by the 250 currently. Russell thinks his air filter is worse than mine. So comment down below which one you think is worse. Doesn't get much worse than mine.
Oh no. This is pretty bad.
You have to take your seat off.
Looks like it.
Oh,
There we go.
I don't know.
They're both pretty beat, but
You got like dirt on yours, but I have like bigger chunks, but I think I have more fine in mine. I don't know, that backside's pretty black too though.
the inside's not terrible. Yours is going on the inside.
Yeah, my inside is
But
dirty.
You didn't have a cage to start.
Yeah, this didn't have a cage for a while. The previous owner lost it, so I had to buy a new one. So it has one now, but it didn't.
I got my air filter oiled, it's back in.
Yep.
Still have to do that grip, but got out of order. Ended up doing that because it was already ready to go.
Yeah.
So now to the next step.
Yeah, now we're gonna safety wire the grips. I got my air filter in. That was so easy. I just test ripped it. It runs beautifully. It's running perfect, ready for the track, making tons of power, no hiccups or anything. So tires are mint. I am gonna be getting a new front tire eventually, probably before Mini Mayhem for this thing, because I don't like the tread and that one's getting a little worn. But other than that, this thing's dialed. So now we just gotta finish up his bike with the rear wheel, because that's a huge problem. That's honestly probably the biggest problem right now. Having that, it just throws the whole bike off when you ride. It wobbles. You feel it's so bad on you feel it on dirt even. Like, yeah.
It bounces up and down, but when you're riding any on a track or any off road, that throws you left and right.
Yeah. So it's just a bad combination to have. So we're gonna try to fix that and then do the grip, and then this thing should be ready to go too.
It is clean though.
Yeah, they're both clean. They look great with the graphics and the plastics and nice and shiny and no dirt on them. We're going to total it on the 29th though.
Yeah. Grips are all good. Safety wire's on. Bike's on the stand now. I have the chain off. I'm about to take the wheel off. And then I'll de-bead and try re-bead the tire correctly. Wheel is off the bike. Air is out of the tire. Mostly de-beaded. Now, just gonna spray a little W around the bead and push in here while I inflate it, then tighten it. I think what we did when I first bought it, or first tried to do the back wheel, I tightened that first and then tried to beat the tire, and that was definitely a mistake. I think I finally got it. The bead looks to be seated properly now. I don't know if you saw before, but opposite of the rim lock was basically sunken in on this side, and then on the other side, it was like here-ish. But when I deflated and did it again now, it pretty much did the same thing. So I de-beaded it the best I could completely, pushed that as far in the drop center as I could, and just kind of inflated it as fast as I could and got lucky, I think. But it's on, it's seated. Now I just have to put it back to 15 PSI. That wraps things up. Bike's off the stand. It's back together. It's mint. All ready for the next track day. So is Brandon's bike.
Yeah,
ready to rip. Ready to send it now.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Well, thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for the finishing touches.
Yeah, test ride next video, guys.
Yeah, sorry to make you wait, but this was important, you know?
Yeah,
So,
done.
little spring tune-up, a
little
bit of maintenance.
Yep, and stuff for bringing Mini Mayhem, so everything, we gotta get everything ready, so we can't just only work on one thing. We as much as we would love to only work on this, we have other things we have to get done.
A very big checklist that is burning very fast with the deadline.
Yes, so.
But if you can be patient with us, we'll try and crank it out as fast as possible.
Yep.
With the most precision and losing it.
Yeah.
One last thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the next video. Thank you.